every Thursday on WEMS Radio, streaming on YouTube with my co-host Kels. He'll be here shortly. But tonight's guest on the Comedian Catch is Upa. How you doing, Upa? That's how it's pronounced?
I'm sorry?
That's how your name is pronounced, Upa?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure. I just want to make
Thank
sure I
you.
have
I
the up.
appreciate that.
I just want to make sure I have the upper hand and get that right because people like to mess up on people's names, and that's important.
Yes, it is.
So she's a stand-up comedian. She's a producer of the Funnies NYC and comedy and Coney Island Comedy Festival. Upa, how are you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm sorry. I
I
just
hear
want
you.
to ask you, do you hear my air conditioner by any chance?
No, I just hear you right now.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, I don't want you to burn to death, you know?
Yes, I don't want to burn to death either. It's a good start. It's a good, we're on the same page right there. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yes. We want you to be cool and comfortable during the interview.
Good,
I don't
good.
want you I don't want you to be like, oh man, I'm sweating bullets here.
Well, well, hopefully, if it's a good interview, that's what your questions are gonna do, right? So let's
Yeah.
setting
I,
myself up, aren't I?
yeah. I hear an accent. Where are you from?
I was actually born in the Soviet Union. I came here in '89.
Oh wow. So you've been here
Yeah,
a while then.
yeah.
89.
I mean, I'm American, but I think I was a New Yorker before I even moved here. Like I have that attitude, you know. Like I'm
Yeah, you're
either
right.
nice or not at all.
You're right because New York is the United Nations. We embrace all cultures and nations. So
Yeah,
it's it's nothing new. It's nothing new. Yeah, because I was like, wow, she has an accent. It sounds like another country and New York mixed together.
it's Coney Island. It's Brooklyn, Coney Island.
Oh, sounds about right. Yes, that sounds about right.
Yes,
That accent, yeah, is Coney Island. People
yes,
people people wouldn't understand that. You know, there's a Coney Island accent, there's a Long Island accent, there's a Staten Island accent.
yes. But this Brooklyn Coney Island accent, that's the tough guy, you know, old school if you watch mob movies. Because what happened eventually, like the second and third generation of those immigrants, they moved to Staten Island, Long Island. So, you know,
Right,
they yeah. I've been
right. So
performing like on Zoom in Midwest. Like I
yeah,
do Zoom shows in Midwest. And anytime I start performing, there's a lot of discussion about my accent. At some point, there was another comedian that after me. He was from Wisconsin, and people
right.
started commenting how my accent could kick his whole Wisconsin state. I'm just saying that was a conversation.
Like there's a part where you're from Coney Island, so that means there's mobsters over there with people in their trunk and stuff, and so
Yeah, people have trunks in Coney Island, but everybody got a trunk. But yeah, there's a stereotype, not necessarily mob, but even toughness. Like you
yes,
know, yeah, there's a sense of just toughness. I think what Coney
there's
Island is.
toughness and a lot of strollers out there. Yeah.
If you say so, I live here, but all right, you tell me what's out here.
lot of strollers.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you,
yeah. There's a lot of us now, drug dealers here as well, criminal. Yeah, you know, come to Coney Island.
yes,
Experience part of New York that doesn't exist anywhere else. No, we're
I,
hardworking people.
I'm from Brooklyn, but I reside in Queens now, so I know about Coney Island.
Right?
I know I know about Coney Island. Yep.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hey, what's up, Kels?
Hey.
Co-host tonight.
Hi, Opa.
Hey, how you doing, Gal? What's going on? Good to see you.
I know.
So
Quarantine got us away from each other, man. I used to see you on a weekly
now we
basis.
now we just got to wave. That's it. Like,
Yeah, but I want to congratulate you. You got a baby.
I do. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
yeah.
I
You
do.
he
came
sure
in a
does.
quarantine as a single man, coming out as a daddy. Look at you.
Yeah, man. Quarantine changed everything for me. In a quarantine.
Yeah, he dropped those pounds and became a dad. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
Dropped those pounds. So Upa,
yeah.
what made you become a comedian? Being from the Soviet Union.
Oh, all right. So the reason I became a comedian thing for me, like, that selfishness, whatever that, satisfaction, not necessarily that, I want to be funny or make people laugh. I think when people laugh, I don't feel alone. Like it kind of, because I think I'm just like a lonely person. I always felt alone. Like as a child, I didn't have what you call a happy childhood. Nobody got me, nobody understood me. So once
Right.
I got on that stage, whatever crazy thing that I'm saying, if they're laughing, I know they understand me, they get me, and that makes me feel not lonely. That's why.
Right. Right. Because I was like, wow, she's from the Soviet Union. Usually you're like, comedy. I'm gonna start comedy as soon as
Yeah,
I
we're
come
not,
to.
we're not. Yes, my people are not known for their sense of humor. I mean,
Yeah.
on one hand, but I'm also a Jew, so the other hand is really known for sense of humor.
Oh, okay, okay, right.
Were you intimidated by by any means, just knowing that you're gonna come over here, heavy accent, knowing that you're gonna get into a lane where everybody has to not only understand you but now find you funny?
Well, I'm okay. So I kind of started comedy when I was already an American. Like I didn't start comedy when I came here.
Okay.
Like I came here as a kid. I say it's an accent, but I have like things in nature that are wrong with me. So it's just harder that it's an accent, right? So not that I'm having yeah, you get it, right? Yeah, I'm a little bit skewed
Yeah,
on something.
You make it
So,
work for you.
right. Well, that's exactly what comedy does allow you. Like, I would have a lot of problems if I was an actress, right? Because as an actress, you have to play different roles. You have to become something else. Where, in comedy, that cherry on top is when you are yourself. So it like the more off things you are in comedy, you could use that, and that's actually what makes someone a good comedian. I think is that they are comfortable with those things and they have to come out.
right,
Now, just to follow up on that, just because like you're one of the you're one of the most in tune with comedy people that I know. Like
Okay,
I know
thank
that
you.
you love comedy. You're
Yes.
always in tune with it. You're always trying to start a whole bunch of stuff, even down to a show called The Funnies that I believe you started. Can you kind of
Yeah.
like elaborate on that first?
The funniest NYC. So I just want to give out to MNN, which is public access in Manhattan. I got to a point in my career where I kind of realized I'm not really like a huge actor person. Like I don't like that hustle. Like I hustle for comedy, but that I enjoyed hosting like more, and I kind of realized I'm really, really like, I don't know what kind of language can I use? Can I like just
go ahead, go ahead.
okay, so I realized I was fucked, right? Because it's just like I know other people are more sensitive. Like where I'm from, unless you say a cunt, I don't know I hurt your feelings. Like I come from a
Oh,
like fuck, motherfucker is just like everybody. So I realized because I'm not hustling for acting, I'm kind of fucked. So I was watching TV late night. I think it was like it was 4 a.m. because I'm waiting for 5 a.m. for Married Children to come on. So it's like 4 a.m. I'm clicking through my channel. And yeah, 5 a.m. TBS Married with Children comes on. That's the shit I watch. If I can't sleep all night, I wait for it. And 4 a.m.
love and
flip through the
marriage.
channels. Yeah. And I come on a public access. And they have there's a montage of an hour of women's asses slapping to the beat. It's fantastic. It's mesmerizing. And I'm like, oh, well, you know what? Like, this is fucking entertaining. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not like a lesbian. It wasn't like, oh, sex, like, oh, I want to get some of this. But it was fucking entertaining. First of all, some of the big asses, and you know how they like vibrate back, like plane trains send them to, that's pretty. That's like waves in the ocean. You can't help it. You're just like, what? Like, come on. No. Okay, so I was mesmerized. And then on the other hand, I was like, who the fuck puts this on TV? Like, why? How is this on TV? If this
You see
could
what
be
time
on
it's
TV,
on.
I could be
You see
on
what time?
TV.
You see what time it was on, right? That's
Yeah.
why.
I don't care. Do you care? I don't care. I don't care. So
BT after dark.
yeah, so I started researching,
Uncut.
and I
Uncut.
found public access. And I think like my during my orientation, like I couldn't believe it existed. I'm like, what, like, wow, like. And I started a talk show, and then when I got comfortable in production and knowing how to run a studio and actually performing in front of a camera, like I was very surprised how unprepared I was. With like 9 years of doing stand up, I was totally like in front of a camera. It's a completely different beast. And then I
The
did a
light went
talk
on.
show. Yeah, it's true. And then I did that for 2 years, and I kind of got a hand, and I started producing a comedy show because I felt I wasn't getting opportunities, and there was a whole bunch of other people who weren't getting opportunities. So I I think my idea is better than everybody's around. So I started a show to prove it to everybody.
That's how you do it.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
how you
Yeah.
do it. You got to show and prove. That's exactly
yeah,
how you do
exactly.
it.
And I
Kind of
just
what we
want to
trying to
say,
do
I want to
here.
make announcements.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Do that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Please,
we are
please.
actually at the Funnies NYC. We're very, very excited for September because we are joining 2020 Key Bank Rochester Fringe Festival with 3 nights of shows at September 18, 19, and 20. So you could find out more information on our website, which is thefunniesnyc.com, or on their website. We'll have it up within a week or so. So we're very excited about that.
Oh,
Oh,
snap. You
okay.
see that? You see
Wow.
that?
So wait.
Go
So
ahead.
what network can we see? What network can we see the funnies
It's
on?
gonna be on Zoom, and I just got accepted like literally yesterday. So I'm like it's just really a lot of work right now until like everything starts, and they gonna link it. They gonna the festival itself is gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So you could just go on the website. Within a week, we're gonna have all the information. You could also send me any questions you have at, upa at thefunniesnyc.com. And, I answer everybody. So, yeah,
Okay.
very excited.
We're gonna put
All
all
right.
that
All right.
information in the link as well. So we're gonna
Yes.
drop a link so everybody can find some of that stuff as well. That's
Great.
super dope.
Right.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we've
That's
been like,
easy.
the show been like, coming along. Last year, we were part of Harlem Comedy Festival. So, we're moving
It's
along.
growing. Yes, it's
Side,
Yeah.
growing. Yeah.
side note, you guys are gonna see me on the funnies pretty soon. Me and Upa been talking, just so you know.
Yeah, you're coming up.
Yeah.
I don't have my schedule, but I think you're coming out in a week or so.
Yep.
We're definitely gonna let you know, and yeah, you can
Okay.
find all that
Okay.
information, about
Kel's
everything.
in the building.
Yeah, man.
Kel's in the building.
So,
So
Upa
tell us.
knows, man. I'm a little different on that stage. I kind of keep I'm real reserved here, but on the stage,
No,
I
he's
get
not.
carried
He's not
away.
reserved. He's not reserved on stage. We
Well,
know
that's
that.
the best. That's the best.
Yes.
Yeah,
No holding back. No holds barred. That's
yeah,
what
that's
the
the best.
that's what the stage. That's what the stage is for. So
Exactly.
tell us about your one-liner competition 2020.
Oh, so I started a festival, and we had a first year last year, and I kind of had an idea after last year how to get like audience more involved, because it's I can't really do a lot because it's where like an amusement park is, Luna Park. So I had to
Right.
so I thought one liner competition would be great. When audience come in, they just write their jokes down, and it'll be great. Like we're gonna give them our merch, and win-win, fun times, right? Festival kind of thing. But because of COVID, obviously that's not happening. So we decided like what's better way to spread funny to everybody and opened up to public. And I think we're gonna keep it this way now. I think I like it. That it's for everybody, it's like it's sad times, but I know if you're gonna submit a joke, you're gonna think about it. You're gonna probably gonna tell it to the person sitting next to you. And we're all quarantined, so you're probably sitting with a whole bunch of family, your family. I know somebody's gonna say that's funny or not. Like I know that's gonna
Right.
happen, and we're really looking for that to happen, because there's only
What
one
else do
place
you have
on
to do?
our mind.
Yeah, what else do you have to do? Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah. It just gives people something to think about, something different, and you win a prize. So I don't know. That's kind of, we just wanted to do something for the public.
But
yeah, people
this
love
is
winning
exactly
prizes.
what
They
I
love
was
that.
talking about before. This attests to her character right here. What I was saying, that how much she loves comedy, to the point where she's gonna make an avenue for everybody. She continues to do this. She's been doing this for 9+ years and still trying to make sure that everybody else could do it no matter what. So that's why I commend you, and I had to get you up here so
Thank
everybody
you.
can
It's a lot of
understand who you are.
appreciation. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you again for coming on, Upa.
I understand
We
that the views might be a little low right now, just on this episode, just because we're gonna get our ass kicked by Rick Ross and 2 Chainz right now with this goddamn versus battle
Versus.
that
It's
they're
not
having.
bad
Yes.
people to compete with, That's not a bad
Yeah.
competition to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
but
Last
that's the only thing
week I
that's
had to
going on right now.
Yeah. It seems like every week there's competition. 2 weeks ago it was the NBA coming back. This week is a versus. I'm
Why
like,
are they coming back? They're just gonna go back in. Like, why are they coming? Why is anybody? I mean, like, we know you're just gonna go back in. Like,
right.
The NBA, they did it. They did the NBA kind of different though. They put everybody in isolation so they can play basketball in isolation, which is
Right.
it's kind of genius if you want the basketball standpoint. But right now, with the whole Black Lives Matter movement, it just seems a little weird that they want to go forward with that as opposed to just focusing on what we was trying to get accomplished in the beginning of the year.
I know.
Right.
I mean, like, I don't know. I don't think I want to be put in isolation. I don't know. I don't know. What if you have a family? What if you have like, a little kid like you do? Like, can you be away? Can you
No,
like,
what they
can you
did
go
is
play a game and then be quarantined for 2 weeks and not see you? You know what
No.
I mean? Like,
what they did was they you have an option of to go
okay.
into the up into the bubble and play in quarantine and stay in quarantine until the remainder of the season, or you can stay with your family. Now
Family.
there's been quite a few amount of athletes that decided to go stay with their families
Yeah,
as
I can
opposed to going
understand
into the
that.
bubble.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, there's some people like there's an athlete named Dwight Howard. He plays on a contract that goes game by game, a very rare contract that he has to play each game in order to get paid and in order to stay on the team. So he's in a little conundrum there.
He's a good lawyer.
He has like 20 kids, so that's why. Like,
All right, I see.
yeah. He's about
Let
20
him go
kids.
for it. Let him go.
So he has to play in order to get paid.
Wow, what kind of like, did he just not show? Can we smoke on this show?
Yeah, I was about to say, people don't understand, but I was about to toast the Upa, because me and Upa, we like to get down. I don't know about everybody else, but me and Upa, we get down. I done got down with Upa a few times. She gets down, bro.
Oh, that's what's
like,
up.
Fantastic. Okay. Now look at this shit. That's the works like for a marijuana smoker, right? I can't find my light. None of you can fucking help me.
She's like, "Where's my light? Where's
Trust
my
me,
light?"
I know that's literally what I was grabbing, and then I had to make sure that I was trying to see if the Rick Ross thing was gonna get pushed back. Just thankfully, but nope.
What's a Rick Ross thing?
They love
the verses. The versus battle.
They have a thing on Instagram. It's called Versus, where they take two.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's probably
so they're doing that tonight. And it happens to be 2 Chainz versus Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Who do you think? Who do you think?
I'm a New Yorker. Who do you think I'm from like Brooklyn and the Bronx.
Yeah, one of them One of them is from Atlanta and one of them is from Florida.
Yeah.
Rick Ross is from Florida, and 2 Chainz is from Atlanta.
I like Remy Ma. I think she could kick all of their asses. I'm just saying. I'm indifferent to things that are not my favorite. Like if you're not my favorite, I'm just indifferent. It's not good or bad. It doesn't mean just, you're not the top.
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
Right.
So I do like 2 Chainz more though. Like I do like his verses more. I think Rick Ross like a party.
I like that, but I know something that you probably that you have to make a decision on because everybody has to at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2 Chainz.
No, I'm talking about there's a way more important decision that we have to make, and I kind of want to hear your side of it because I feel like we have to choose between the lesser of 2 evils between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. I want to know exactly who do you feel comfortable with trying to take us into office next. Next
so
or Kanye. Sorry, or Kanye.
Forgot Kanye.
I'm not comfortable with Kanye holding my computer. I would like a next president that knows 6th grade biology. That would be great. I don't know where my president got his diploma, but I think their standards are really low. It's very clearly he does not know 6th grade biology. I think this is important, that a president should know that. Maybe that should be one of the tests, to become a president, 6th grade biology. I think that's important for a president to know. I think empathy or sympathy would be great. And I think somebody who's going to be really tough on China and Russia. I would like them to be as tough as, Trump. He's weird with those things, but, biology is very important. On top of the list, must know biology.
I realize you come from a place where that now the kids have to go back and Google. You come from a place where it was when you was there, wasn't it the USSR?
Yeah, it was the Soviet Union.
I just realized that you come from somewhere straight out of
it doesn't exist anymore.
This is crazy.
Straight in the history books.
Yeah, she's straight out of the history book. I've never met somebody from the USSR. That's crazy.
You're like, wait, oh, wow.
Are you saying that I'm a mystical creature? Is that what you're saying? I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Never realized I was in the presence of
a mystical creature.
Never heard of somebody from there. They usually say Soviet Union and everything like that. But I'm realizing that the age that you are, they called it the USSR back in
Well, that's what it was. I actually left when it was. I was a little kid, but I left. That's what it was. I can't say I'm from anywhere else, right? If that's what it was when I left.
It's like nowadays when kids get their history books, that's not in there anymore. They don't even know that existed.
It does because Cold War. If you're studying Cold War, it's that there's a couple of Cuban Missile Crisis. There's a couple of things Nixon, when Nixon was a president, the Soviet leader came here for the first time. There's a couple of historical things. I think we went to space with Soviet Union at some time. So, a couple.
That's why we have you here. You got to educate us. You act like you know this stuff. We don't know this stuff.
Americans are very educated. Americans are very, very smart. And one of the reasons they're very self-critical. Okay. The whole world, the rest of the world is just critical of Americans, and Americans are critical of themselves. Oh, we don't do enough. We're not enough. We're world power. We're not that stupid. Okay, calm the fuck down. We're not.
You know what it is? We're honestly, it's because of how when you look at the entertainment field and what they push on us, the narrative that they push on Americans, it's almost like God bless America and no place else.
No.
So and let me tell you, as a refugee, they're right. let me tell you, as a refugee, in my opinion, they're fucking right. Okay, you don't have to share my opinion, but I'm just saying, I lived in other places as a second-class citizen. Okay, they are right. And you need patriotism. You need, like you and I, we're different people. But in order
Right.
for us to be different people, we need somebody in the army protecting us. So in order people to be in the army, police, even firemen, like nurses, that there needs to be a patriotism. And I don't really, this country constantly changes. This country constantly changes. People don't like it. They go to the streets, So it's like we're not a perfect world. You
No, we're
know,
not.
we talk shit, but
Far
You
from perfect.
we
you still
really
keep in
try.
contact with everybody over there? You still have like family and everything back over there
Sure.
that you keep in
Yes,
contact with, right? So,
distant.
do you still visit?
No, hell no. Why would why?
She's-
You know what? Let me tell you something. I am not going to the cold ass shithole. Okay. If I'm spending my money and like the week's vacation that I have, well, nobody works there as hard as we work here. Like, if I'm going to a shithole, it's gonna be warm. You know what I mean? Like with a nice beach. It's not gonna be fucking cold and dirty. No way.
So is it ever warm over there?
Yeah, sure, but it's like, it's gray, it's dull. It's not I mean,
Put it
She's
like
like,
this.
fucking
she's like, I'm
boiled
glad I left.
potatoes and boiled meat if you're lucky, if there is a
She's
meat.
like,
Anybody
I'm glad I left
any-
when I was a kid.
Yeah, anybody that is planning a trip to go there for vacation, it is ruined now. It is a wrap. It is not going. This is the worst
They're like-
review of the Soviet Union you're ever gonna hear.
I like
She's like, I don't need to go to
like
Yelp.
Russia. I dislike Russia a lot. My family are very pro-Americans. Like my father passed away, but my mother and my grandparents have a huge accent. But you go ahead and you try to tell them they're not Americans, they'll kick your ass. Their accents and 50. My grandmother is her 80s. She probably has like 100, vocabulary words in English. She will whoop you, like seriously. Like she survived concentration camp. What you got on her? Nothing. They are very much American. We are very much American. That's the beauty of America. You could have an accent and be I'm American. I could be from somewhere else and be American.
That's an absolute fact. That's an absolute fact. Like no matter what, like you can't go to any other country and be called. I'm not. If I go move to Africa, they're not gonna call me the American African. But if you come from Africa to America, you are now an African American.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's the only place where you can become seriously an American, no matter what you are. You're Chinese American, a Soviet American, no matter what, you are an American.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing about America.
Or like when Chinese people come here and have kids, we call the kids ABCs. American born Chinese. That's what we call them. ABCs.
I don't know. Do Chinese people come here to have kids? I thought that's what Mexicans did to take our jobs. They're gonna come here, have a whole bunch of Mexican kids. They're gonna take their jobs, and then America's gonna become Mexico. Don't you know what's happening? Come on. Now you tell me it's Chinese doing that? Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
I'm not ready for this.
Oh yeah.
The Mexicans definitely took over Los Angeles, California. I tell people
did they take over? Was it theirs to sell? I mean, it is called Los Angeles. That's in Spanish, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Yeah, San Diego.
All
yeah, exactly. Like,
San Diego has a lot of Mexicans.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like, we have a lot of Mexicans too. We have a lot of everybody. Like,
Well, we need somebody to do the landscaping.
Yeah,
somebody has to do the landscaping here.
New York is the melting pot.
No, all right, no. Like, I don't know where you live, but there's also scientists. There's a lot of no. Look, there's always like, I don't know, my people, when my people came here, we drove cabs. Like that's why if you look at movies, there's always like the Russian with the cab driver. Hey, what do you want to go? With yeah, because
Right.
that's what my generation of immigrants did. Because that's you don't speak a language, you don't like that's a job that's available. So I guess for Spanish speaking, it's landscaping, but that's not the only thing they do. You need to stop that. Yeah.
Nah, no. Well, the Jews usually hire them to landscape or watch their kids here. That's what they usually do.
The Jews? You live in
Yeah,
Jewish neighborhood?
I used to.
So you don't live in a Jewish neighborhood?
Not anymore.
What neighborhood did you live?
No, I used to live near Midwood in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. I used to live in Midwood too. Wow, that's changing a lot. That's changing.
Yes,
There's
it
a
is.
new wave immigrants from Middle East, from Muslim countries. So that neighborhood, like when I lived there were no Muslims. Now half of it is a Muslim neighborhood.
Right.
That's New York for your ass.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It changes
Everywhere's
like this.
changing.
Yeah, it changes like this.
Yes, it does.
But
Yes,
yeah,
it does.
when you come here, when you know nothing, you do the simplest thing you can to earn money, you know. But then the next generation becomes lawyers and whatever. Not even this generation. Like my stepfather became a doctor. You know,
No, okay.
he was an MD. He was a like first Russian speaking board certified, MD. He came here in his late 40s.
No,
So
okay.
yeah.
See, the stereotype for my generation, when we think about Russia, we think about hitmen and shit like that.
That's correct.
That's exactly that.
Yes.
That's literally what
Yes.
I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like I'm not gonna sit
Yes.
there and lie to you. That's
Yeah, we
exactly
all
what
are. I mean, we all are.
we think.
I love stereotypes like that, right? Like I love stereotypes like that. I mean, to
That's what
me,
it is.
like what a Russian stereotype is: sneaky, criminal,
Spy,
aggressive,
it,
violent. I mean,
yeah, spy and hitman and the Olympics. Very very strong.
And
That's
vodka.
a lot. If
these
you
are
ask
all
me
great
the
stereotypes to
stereotype of the
have.
Russians, that's what I got for you. That's what I
Yeah,
got for you.
none of it is true because they're all doping for the Olympics. I mean, what hit man? They make like the worst spies. They always get caught, right? Like always. It's all
It's because of the
stereotype
movie.
for a reason. It's not true.
It's
They're
American
the
movies. That's
worst.
all it is. It's our movies.
Yeah.
Like you know
Yeah.
that in the movies. That's all they. If you see a Russian in the movies, that's what they
Yeah.
usually have him doing. He's a spy.
Spy.
It's some sort of you're in trouble because you
They
didn't got
can't
into
really,
the
but I
Russian
gotta be
mafia.
honest with you, like they can't really do anything. It's not like when did they make a great movie? Hey, do you know that great Russian movie? Oh, it doesn't exist, right? There's a reason why. Yeah, right.
Right.
Like, how about that great Russian writer? Yeah, everyone that lives in America, England, I think the most winners of Nobel Prize are Russian Jews, like throughout the history. But none of them live in Russia. They're all citizens of United States, Israel, Australia, England, Germany, Ireland.
That
None of
means
them
that
live
there's
in
something.
Russia.
That
You
means
Yeah.
there's
can't
something
check
good
shit
over
there.
there. There's
Huh?
something. That means that there's something good in the air over there, but y'all got to get away from there in order to
Yeah.
experience that good shit.
Yeah, but
You gotta
that's
get-
Yeah.
not. No, but a lot of
Well,
immigrants win Nobel
Look at
Prize.
you were born there. You got that air in you, and then all of a sudden you came over here, and now you got your own TV show. Look at that.
right.
Well, yeah, that is, but I'm not, it's I don't think it's that. I think it's just my drive. Americans have the same thing. I mean, like, we wouldn't have computers if Americans didn't have that. People invented computers didn't come from somewhere else. They were here, right? So
Right.
it's not like I think a lot of immigrants do drive, like locals. Like I was
Chinese
saying,
might
like,
have us beat on the computers
Yeah.
though. I ain't gonna lie. Chinese might have us beat on technology.
no, they don't. They just copy. They don't innovate. They don't even innovate anything. They just steal ideas. That's all they can do. That's why they're part of like that tree, Russia and Iran. They just they waste so much time cheating
Right.
and stealing. Like instead of innovating, like if you invested all that money, all that brain instead of cheating but doing something, but they can't. That's why they don't win. That's why they don't win.
You don't really win anything, especially not in the Olympics. It's not gonna happen. They ain't winning shit.
Nah, they just open a laundromat. They just open a laundromat. That's it.
Not even. Not even.
I haven't seen. I don't remember. The only thing I remember seeing like Russia being successful in the Olympics and were like the
gymnastics or the
snow, a lot of the snow. It was like the winter
winter
Olympics.
sports.
Yeah, the winter sport. Winter Olympics.
I don't know. Listen, when they got caught doping, the Olympics after, right? All of a sudden, like France is winning, Germany is winning, England is winning. You know what I mean? Like, and let me tell you something. We beat them when they were doping, so that's how bad they are. Okay, like I just want to point out. Like we weren't like, it's not like it took first, second, and third prize every time, right? Being a dope fiends. They dope and didn't take first, second, and third time every time. I'm just saying, they're not even good at doping, okay? Like if you get a dope, right, wouldn't you just win everything?
Yeah, you at least be the champion.
Of everything, right? They're not taking first, like we beating them while they're doped up.
For real.
Shit. Real quick, let me just give a quick little shout out to Pounds Lifestyle. They are sponsors for this week. You guys got to check them out on Instagram at _lifestyle for all of your smoking needs. If you if you guys they have any kind of CBD, and if you hit them up, they'll give you the link for the other good stuff too. But definitely for your CBD products and all your kind of manufacturings for that stuff, you can hit up Pounds Lifestyle. Please do that. And my bad, we just gotta take time out to pay our bills. I'm sorry. That's all.
Nah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
That's a great name. I love that name, Pounds.
Yeah, Pounds. Yeah, it is. It is a great name.
They have done more than enough. That I gotta show some of the goodness gracious that they have blessed me with. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Don't mind my house.
Yo, here's a Mickey Mouse blanket. Did you see his Mickey Mouse blanket right there?
Yeah.
You see it, right? All right, we're gonna tease him when he comes back with his bleeding Mickey Mouse blanket.
I have a son.
That looks like it was there. That looks like it was there way before your son.
Nah, that's a brand new blanket.
Yeah, it looks used. Like
but
really,
this is some of the stuff that Pounds has to
lifestyle used.
If you're looking for something great, I don't know if you guys can see that, but when you get a chance, you can put it against the mirror and you guys can read some of this stuff, because this is some of the great stuff that Pounds has to offer. You go ahead and hit these guys up, CBD products and everything, man. Good people, man. T-shirts,
that's what's up.
Sweatpants, you name it, they got it. Lighters, grinders, all your smoking needs.
Fantastic.
That's what's up. Yo, so Upa, what do you have coming up? What events do you have coming up?
We have okay, there's just a lot coming up. So every Sunday we do the Funnies NYC, and you can find out about us at funniesnyc.com. Then September 12th, we are announcing Coney Island Comedy Festival winner. We are gonna choose the winner. We have judges, and we're not gonna have a live show because it's just it's not feasible right now. It's not realistic. And the show that we can't have, we just don't want to. So we'll wait until next year. And we're gonna announce one liner winner as well on September 12th. Then September 18th, 19th, and 20th, then the Funnies NYC is part of the 2020 Key Bank Rochester Fringe Festival. That took me a while to remember. I had it written down on a piece of paper. And so, like, you see, I'm
still struggling.
By the time the festival comes along, I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
It'll be on the website.
No, I got it. Yeah, I stumbled a little bit, but I got it. I'm getting there. See, I'm not using any paper, all right? Give me a break. That is a lot of freaking words in a name.
Absolutely.
A lot.
No abbreviation. Just
no, nothing. And they put 2020. Why do you have to put 2020?
Like we know the year.
It's C19. We know it's C19. It's not 2020. That doesn't, like, you know what? Jesus doesn't count this year. Okay, it's C19. That's all.
Yes.
So we
2020
give you,
doesn't exist.
no, yeah. So we're part of the festival on September 18, 19, and 20. So you can find all that information on our website at thefunniesnyc.com.
There it is.
Okay.
That's what that is.
Yeah,
And
it is.
before we get up out of here, we got some time left, so we got to let myself and my man D, we do a little thing called our rants now, where we're going to get ahead and let you guys know how we feel about certain topics that's kind of going on right now. One of the main ones that's happening right now, like we were mentioning before, is this damn versus that's happening, where they take two people and put their catalog, their music catalogs against each other to see who has the better catalog. Now, the rant that I want to kind of have is there's so many people that I feel are trying to throw their names around, but there is no competition for these people.
Yeah.
For example, there is no competition for Usher Raymond.
No.
Who the fuck are you going to put against Usher?
How about this? How about this? Juicy J wants to battle Nas.
Now with that one, I only say that people forget that Juicy J not only has his own music, he was in a group called 3-6 Mafia that won a Grammy, as well as he's a ghostwriter and a producer. So when he said that, people mistook his stuff as just his individual bands that make her dance type stuff. Right. And that he has so much more of a giant catalog that he might have a way better catalog than Nas. I feel like a lot of people are trying to target New York people because they know that if you kind of take a New York person down, you kind of win.
Right.
I mean, like you take a legend down from New York, that's a big deal. That's why T.I. was coming at 50 Cent like that all on the internet.
Yeah.
You take somebody down from New York, like America is New York City.
Yes, it is. We are the heart. That's why we had the most cases.
We are the capital of America. No matter what they say the capital of America is Washington, D.C. That's a lie. The capital of America is New York City.
Because we're the United Nations. We're the United Nations.
Because we have a Wall Street. Money.
Yeah, we if you notice, that's the reason why there's COVID numbers rising in all the states. Every single state that you see, when people are going out and having fun, then all of a sudden the COVID numbers are rising. New York City, we went out and had fun, but they're not going to say the COVID numbers are rising here. Why? Because this is the money capital of the world. You make more money in New York City than anywhere else in the entire world. So why the fuck would we shut down New York City again? Hell no. Open this shit up. We got to make money. Open it to at least the point where New York City people can make our money. We got to open up Wall Street. We got to hit up these places so we can make our money. That's the only reason why New York City will never shut down. It's all a money thing at the end of the day.
Yes, it is.
New York City runs the world.
Yeah, all the money's here.
That's why. So that's why I said when you go back to the verses, it makes sense for anybody. If you take down a Jay-Z from New York, if you take down a 50 Cent, if you take down a Nas as one of our legends from New York, you're gonna get high praise. Everybody's looking for that high praise. We're not giving it to you. That's why 50 Cent ain't won a battle. He ain't giving it to you.
Right.
No. No.
Plus he's the king of petty. So yeah. He's like, nah.
Why would you battle 50 Cent? Like 50 Cents and battle do not go together, even in one sentence. Then like somebody showed him 50 times something and he survived. Like this, no.
Yeah,
I might crochet with 50 Cents. Definitely crochet with 50. But battle, I don't know. No.
T.I. just wasn't, when I looked at T.I.'s catalog, T.I. just wasn't the person to do it. Like he has some great things, but he's just not the guy to do it. It's not it. Not it. He got to go against somebody else. He's trying to do it, but it's not going to be nobody from New York. It's not going to happen.
I'm like, T.I. should probably do something with Jeezy, probably. Do that like Southern battle.
Yeah, something like that. you know what I was going to talk about is the Untouchables. Who there's only the only battle that I really want to see is Mariah Carey versus Mary J. Blige.
Oh man,
No.
That'd be an amazing battle.
No.
she's
Mary
probably
J.
gonna have
gonna kick her ass, you know?
No, I
Mariah's
think
probably
it'd be a tie.
Mariah's probably
I
probably
think
gonna have
the
Eminem's
initial,
there.
yeah. The initial reaction is I think Mary's gonna just kick her ass, but then because I agree, I'm a Mary fan first, but then
Yeah.
when you really look at who Mariah Carey is and what she's brought to the table, she
She's
has
Christmas.
a song that's bigger than the only person that probably has a bigger song than Mariah Carey is Stevie Wonder. Other than that, everybody plays the Christmas song by Mariah Carey every
Yeah.
single
It's a
Yes.
that's Christmas. You're right. She has Christmas. Who gave Mariah Carey Christmas?
yeah, you can't nothing Mary J. Blige ever is gonna do is gonna beat this Christmas. Nothing. It's
No, it's not.
one
No,
of the
it's
best
not.
Nothing
songs
is
of
gonna
all
beat
time.
Christmas. You know, everybody tried, but nothing.
It's not gonna happen. You can never. Nobody's ever gonna make a better Christmas song than that. It's not gonna happen. Like Mariah Carey got it, just like Whitney Houston got it for the national anthem.
Yes.
Like that. Like
Nobody can
Mariah
top
Carey's
that.
Christmas song, Stevie Wonder's birthday song.
Yes.
It's just one of those things where it's like somebody's
Okay.
birthday is
Can
every day.
I just interject? But you know, like if you're like on the dance floor and Mary J. Blige song comes out, everybody's shoulders go, oh, like
Everybody.
you know, like that's
Hands go up.
she
They
might
start
not
doing
have,
the
Yeah.
might not have
Right.
Christmas, but everybody, oh, you know,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
her song, any song of her goes on, everybody like, oh, like you know, oh yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
they don't do that to Christmas song, okay? I'm just
Exactly.
saying.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the inverse. That's the one song that I know that Mariah Carey would win on. You can't. She doesn't have a song, but it's 20 songs long. So
Right.
Mariah Carey, I believe, has at least 9 more songs that she could put out there that'll be competitive for for Mary J. Blige. It's gonna be hard to beat Mary J. Blige now. I don't think anybody can beat Mary J. Nobody.
No.
I'm just
No.
It's not possible. But the
No.
person that could
No,
probably
so-
put up the best fight would be Mariah Carey.
Yeah,
The
you're right about
other
that.
person, somebody that can't be unbeatable in the verses is R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Unbeatable in the
They're
verses.
gonna beat him in the courtroom though, so you know.
That's the only place he's getting his ass beat is that
Hell
courtroom.
yeah.
Because he ain't getting
Yeah,
beat
and
no
then
more.
in jail. So I'm just saying, like,
That he's
Oh.
untouchable. I feel like Drake, of course, is untouchable. Rihanna is untouchable. Chris Brown, untouchable. Little
Right.
Bow Wow is untouchable.
Yeah. Those are good.
These are people that's
Because-
just untouchable. Like you don't have somebody that you can just pin against them where to be, let's have an even battle. It's just not gonna happen. You can't. It's not possible. They have way too many hit songs. It's just not possible.
Yeah. Yeah. They have
Bow Wow. He has
way more than 20. They could probably do 40 at least.
like and even not just to keep it like there, like Adele. No, who's fucking with Adele? Like nobody can
Yeah.
fuck with Adele. Ed
Joan
Sheeran.
Rivers, she fucked with Adele. In her will, it stated that Adele should not show up to her funeral. She banned Adele from her funeral.
What?
Joan Rivers, I swear to God, Joan Rivers fucked with Adele.
Wow.
She
never knew
did
that.
not like her.
I never knew that. And Joan Rivers
Wow.
is the lady that had 1 million plastic surgeries done.
She
Yeah.
died because of plastic.
Yeah.
She died on the
That's the
table.
way. She want to have 1 billion plastic surgeries. That lady just
Yep.
wanted to look young forever. It was not going to work.
No.
It's not possible.
No. I just went like that. Like,
Some
Yeah,
people
but
just,
you know, like I don't know if you've seen her, black and white stuff, like when she was starting out in the 60s, and if you've seen her like 80s stuff, you know why she's a star. Like the stuff that she's been doing at the end of her life, it's just like I guess like fancy schmancy stuff. But if you see what got her to that, she gave her daughter a career. That shit doesn't happen. Okay, that you gotta be something for that to happen, right? It's not like I'm hosting the show, I die, and then my daughter comes in and hosts. That doesn't happen, but it does happen
She
with Joan
hosted
Rivers.
women. She
She,
hosted women for a little while too.
she's a what?
They were hosting together for a little while.
Yeah, they were.
Exactly.
Yeah, they were. So
What
she
world
knew
does
what she was
that
doing.
Yeah,
happen?
that was cool. I thought that was one of the coolest things I ever saw Joan Rivers ever do in my life, is to put her daughter in a position where she could win. That was amazing. No
But
matter what she ever did, that to me is gonna
yeah,
outshine everything else.
exactly. That's a
That
lot
was
of
dope.
power.
Yes, it is.
But,
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
But a lot of people don't know, like, watch her black and white stuff from the 60s, like Jack Parr show. She was on a Jack Parr show. That's like a 50s, I think, 60s show. So, yeah, and you realize why she is who she is.
I just started watching older shows just because
Yeah.
I started getting into Betty White. I didn't realize how beautiful Betty White used to be.
Yes, yes.
I had no
She,
clue. She
she's
was
Yeah,
still,
she's the hot
absolutely,
still.
tamale, right?
absolutely stunning. I had no clue. I had
Yeah,
no
Yeah.
clue.
yeah.
And the fact that she's still alive and kicking today, it's like, really, miss? For real?
Yes.
She had
Betty
a
White's still
hit,
here.
Like
she
this?
had a hit
She was
show
beautiful.
in her 80s.
Yeah,
Hot
she
in
Yeah.
Cleveland. Have you seen it? It's a funny show.
Yeah,
I
hot in
haven't watched
Cleveland.
it yet. I just been catching up on her older things just because I was just like blown away by the fact that she was absolutely stunning. I had no clue. She
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
drop dead gorgeous. Like, it was crazy. Just
yeah.
for
She
those
was
of
a
you that
star.
don't know, that's watching this, please Google Betty White
Betty White.
back in the day. Just just look at it
Yeah,
for yourself. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
yeah. She's still rocking in her 90s, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I have a newfound respect for that lady. She's different. She's a different level of
Yeah,
problem.
because I guess you grew up with her being old already.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I
Yes.
only know her from
like
being on the Golden Girls.
yeah, I grew
Yeah.
up watching Golden Girls, so
Mhm.
she,
Yes.
like, she was on older side, but there was still, like, I don't know how old were they? They were in the 50s, 60s, something like that.
Nah,
But
they had their white hair and stuff like that. Those
yeah,
ladies were
but
crazy.
it
Yeah,
was
they were old. Yeah.
yeah, I was also watching past its prime. Like, it had its prime, and then it was in reruns, and that's when I
Mhm.
was growing up. So it was a little bit of an older show for me too. But you just know her as an old lady.
Yeah, that was it. That's why I did my research now, and I'm like, whoa, this
Yeah,
is. You forget that people, have a whole life before they got to that age. Like, you got to
yeah,
look at the
Yeah.
rest. She is something
yeah.
else. She is
Yeah.
something else.
Hilarious.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like she's like I think that's because I don't think she's necessarily like extremely good looking. I think she's like pleasant looking, and her personality just makes her beautiful. Like, that combination
Mhm.
that comes out, because I looked at her structure, like, I just didn't find necessary. So, people have like, oh, that, those eyes. She doesn't have anything that's really like, oh, you know what I mean? No,
Right.
she's a beautiful woman. But then her personality, that she's funny. So that combination just kind of like, wow, like you feel her aura. You feel how beautiful her aura is. Yeah, she's very impressive.
Yes. Till this day, you feel her aura. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Real quick before we wrap it up, I just wanted you to throw out your who are your comedy influences?
Mine?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, that's a rough. That's rough. So, I
Give me three.
Greer Barnes,
Mm.
Nick Griffin, and I would say Joan Rivers.
Okay.
Yeah.
We weren't expecting that. That was the first time we heard those kind of people.
Right.
You don't know who? Well,
No, we know who they are. I
Oh,
was
you're
saying
right.
that's
Yes.
the first time somebody said those names as their influences on the show.
Correct.
Well, because I got to watch them perform in New York. Like, I mean, I seen everybody. I seen Louis C.K. I seen everybody. But there's just something like my goal is to be. I think I find myself somewhere in the middle of Greer Barnes and Nick Griffin. Like, I think I am somewhere, like, if they would have a child, it would be me. Like, I would take something from one and the other, like that. So that's why I don't find that in famous comedians. But I found that in them, and I found that like in New York City, circuits. That's why I found them.
That's
Right.
dope.
So
Because, one day it might be your name that gets thrown out there and somebody doesn't know who you are, but now that put
Yeah,
somebody else.
you could have an influence somebody. I mean, I don't watch other comedians. I watch them. I don't like to get influence. So, but
right,
I watch them because I feel I already like I resemble and I think I'm somewhere in the middle between them.
Mhm.
right, right. So tell everyone where to follow you at, your social media handles.
Upa in space everywhere on YouTube,
Everywhere.
literally
Everywhere.
everywhere. In any
Everywhere,
kind of
everybody.
space, you will find Upa in space.
You heard that, everyone, in any kind of space.
Yeah, there's Upa in space.
Outer space, any space.
Any
Also, you
You'll
space.
can
find
follow
us.
the funnies. Tell them the funnies NYC on
.com.
Instagram and
Yeah.
on Instagram.
And on
And on Instagram.
Instagram and on Twitter. And yeah, follow us. Yeah, but if you go to a website, you could there's all the links to it.
Oh,
You could
there it
check
is.
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys go to the funnies NYC, okay? .com. Make sure you guys go to that. You want
Yeah.
to add anything,
You
Kels?
make sure you go to that. You make sure you said it 3 times. I really like that. That's a great sales skill. I learned a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you gotta say it 3 times, man.
Yes, you do. You do.
Because people say they hear it the first time. Second time they're like, wait, I'm not sure. Third time they're like, oh, I got it, I got it, I got it. Finally got
That
the,
is so
fi-
true.
I
Even
got
for
it, I got it,
myself, that's true.
I got it, I got it. I want to thank you again for coming on Comedian Catch.
Thank you for having me.
I want to thank Kels
Thank
for
you, Upa.
co-hosting again with me.
I'm always here, man. Thank you, Upa.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
me,
th-
guys.
thank you. Make sure you guys tune in to the Comedian Catch each and every Thursday on WEMS Radio and on YouTube. Type in Comedian Catch on YouTube, and you'll see this episode right now. All right. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good
Thank
night.
you again.
Namaste. Namaste.